They are difficult because a lot of the time the family are on the riverbank or at the water's edge as well. So it's very difficult, and the guys, we are trained to a very high standard in regard to the techniques we carry out on the water, but it still doesn't detract from seeing the sad conditions sort of for the families have to go through. No one wants to see their loved ones being pulled out of a river. I've had several experiences. One here on the riverbank here, where myself and a colleague jumped into the river to save a guy from drowning, which was a success. But an area where we do cover a lot are the inland waterways, so Leslie Worsley Lakes, as we know through the national and sort of local press, where we've had several fatalities over the years. It's a magnet for people to go swimming in the summer. They enter the water, but don't realise the temperatures, and also the big issue for the local lakes is the weeds. The weeds get wrapped around, and as they flap around more and panic more, the weeds draw them underneath. We've had, unfortunately, several fatalities where we've found the bodies and they've been caught up in the weeds. It's not a pleasant way to go, as you can imagine. So, with regard to water safety, we say swim somewhere, preferably where there's a lifeguard on duty. Let people know where you're going. Don't swim if you've had alcohol, but primarily stay away from the areas that aren't designated for swimming. We've got a lot of quarries around here that are filled with water. Some are of easy access for members of the public, and it's these lakes that we do have the fatalities at. So you can be a good swimmer in the swimming pool, but as soon as you go into open water, the conditions and temperature are vastly different. The average water temperature is between 12 and 15 degrees inland water and water here. Normally in the summer you think, let's go to the local lakes, let's go to the local water areas to cool down and have a swim. What people seem to forget is on the surface the water can be quite warm, but a couple of feet below and we're looking at really low temperatures, and that's where situations occur where we then get called. Also our colleagues with the lifeboats, people go in the water, they think it's lovely and warm. As soon as they get in, they end up with a condition called cold water shock. So they hit the water, they start gasping for breath. You're not having a good time in that sort of situation.